This is a very good class historically. It's got a chance to be the best class they've had this millennium, depending on how things shape out. You look at Samson James, that's a four-star running back from in-state. Bo Robbins is a four-star guy who was a local legend because he was so big as a fifth grader, he looked like he was a high schooler. Deshaun Brown was the #1 player in the state of Wisconsin. Just a snippet of some of the guys that Tom Allen is bringing into this class. Tom Allen joins us to talk about his incoming Hoosiers now. And Tom, this is 2 straight really impressive classes for the Hoosiers, especially when you look at historically what Indiana brings in. What's the reason for that?
Well, our staff works really hard building relationships with our players that we're recruiting and their families and try to sell the vision of what we're building here in Indiana. It's a step-by-step process, and we're excited about what we're building and the way that we're building it. So I think it's selling this vision of the kind of culture we're trying to create here, and our young players are buying into it. We brought in a great class last year. Many of those guys contributed this past fall, and we need to try to do the same with this class.
You beat out a handful of teams, including Ohio State, for Samson Jones, the running back. Why'd you want him so badly?
Well, Samson's a young man that have known for many years with my connections in this state. Just know that the type of running back that he is, he's very physical and explosive and bowed through some injuries this year, and just a special young man. I love how tough he is. You know, he's a guy that when you have this kind of running back in your own state, you want to make sure you do everything you can to keep him here. And a lot of connections with him and his coaching staff there at Avon High School here in Indiana, and he's a special young man.
You also went out of the state to get some guys like Deshaun Brown, who's the #1 player from the state of Wisconsin. In high school, he played quarterback and safety. Where's he fit with you guys?
You know, really, we signed him as an athlete. I really see him as a receiver in our system, and really want to be able to get the ball in his hands. He makes a lot of people miss. He's got great change of direction, short area quickness, and a good burst. And so he's got length, you know, be able to add some explosive nature to our passing game. And so I see him as a receiver in our offense.
Overall, what's the strength in this class for you?
Well, you know, we've addressed both sides of the ball. You know, we're still going to be addressing some needs on the offensive line here in the near future. But bottom line is we had to be able to replace some key seniors that graduated, you know, on offense and be able to continue to build speed and length as a team, you know. And so we've played a bunch of young guys here the last couple of years, and we're the 4th youngest team in the Big Ten this past fall. And so our guys have done a great job at recruiting guys that fit our system, what we're trying to do. So to me, it's the balance of being able to address both sides of the ball in the line of scrimmage, and ability to continue to add speed in the secondary. Taiwan Mullins, a young man out of Florida that's got tremendous ball skills and speed, and just a high-level cover corner that we need. And also some big receivers. Jordan Jakes out of St. Francis there in Maryland, just a guy that we really feel like can help us create mismatches with the secondary. So trying to create more explosive plays offensively and keep showing up our defense. So it's about you know, building a complete team here at Indiana. That's what we're trying to do.
Ivory Winters is a great name. How good of a football player is he?
Well, he scored 59 touchdowns and very explosive, a guy that I love. He's just really talented, raw, athletic, great young man, strong, and going to get stronger. As a multi-sport guy, plays 3 sports, and a guy that we're going to get in our weight room with our strength staff, which I think is the best in America. And you're just going to see this guy really fill out. You know, he can play a lot of positions. You know, to me, it's about getting big athletes that can run, and you figure out where they're going to play. Just like we did last year with a guy that like Stevie Scott, brought him in here as a potential running back or linebacker, and he proved to be a pretty good running back. So just trying to get big athletes that can make plays and help us win football games.
Tom, you signed a long snapper, Sean Ratcher. I'm fascinated with long snappers this year. Is the long snapper recruiting tape the most exciting tape you watch?
It's pretty intense. You go through and you focus on what they do over and over again. Here's the bottom line. You want that guy to be somebody that nobody talks about, because when he does his job and those snaps are on the money, nobody knows who he is. But when he screws up, the whole country knows him. So, you know, we lost Dan Gotsel's one of the best long snappers in the country, and I'm a former special teams coordinator, so I don't like rolling the dice with that position. My decision was to go out and find the best in the country, and that's what we've done. So Sean Ratcher is going to be excellent. Expecting to come in here right away and compete to be the guy.
I'm happy to be the guy to shine a spotlight on that position. Before we let you go, Tom, you continue to do well in the state of Florida as well. It's almost like you work there and have a good reputation down there.
Well, you know, I was a high school coach in the state of Florida, and I was also a college coach in that state. So I just love the kids from down there. There's a lot of them, number one. And number two, they love to play the game. They love to compete. They love to work. You know, Taiwan, as you're seeing here, is a guy that's a tremendous player out of that state there and down in the Miami area and out of Coconut Creek High School. And he loves the game, and he loves to compete. He's been one of our top recruiters once he jumped on board, and he's a guy that I expect to come here and make an impact.
Older brother who's got some talent, too, playing at Clemson. Tom Allen,
yes,
congratulations on your entire class, long snapper, everybody else. Thanks for giving us some of your time.
Oh, thank you so much. Take care. LEO.